Hello there, it's Eliza Bloom Robinson, Rev Eliza, popping in with a spiritual snippet and a share for the day. Do you ever notice that sometimes, or maybe more often than that, you make life more difficult than it needs to be? Did you ever do a job where it was like you just made it so much harder than it needed to be? Do you know what I'm talking about? We're in the process of getting a deal done. We've got a little rental place in Arizona that we're selling, and that should be a super easy deal because it's a park model and it's super easy, and we've bought them and we sold them and it's so easy. But I'll tell you what, the experience we're having is not easy. And then I start to look at the pattern. I have a pattern. My husband and I seem to have a pattern of real estate deals not being all that easy. Hey, if you're here live, just pop me a hello. I'd love to know who's watching. So anyway, we've got this deal going on, and the person is great, but the person he's working with is not so great. And it seems so easy to me. That's the other thing, right? It seems so easy to me. This is a line my husband always says. If they just did it my way, it would be so much easier. I said, I know, you should be running the world. He goes, I know, right? But the question, this is less about that experience and more about finding the places, inviting you to find the places where you're making your life a little harder than it needs to be, or that project, or that relationship, or that thing that you're working on. So where are the places that you're making life harder, more difficult than it needs to be? Now, of course, if you've been watching me at all recently, you know that my theme right now is finding peace in chaos, finding ease in stress. Hey, Karen, great to see you. And those are themes that are from my two books, but they're also really weaving together in the work that I'm doing. So my question to you is, would you be willing to give up difficult and struggling around difficult, to fall into ease and to find peace in chaos? What that would give you is the elimination of excess stress. It would eliminate overwhelm, and you could find such clarity in taking the next steps. And we do all this through spiritual awakening, through spiritual processes, but really what it is bringing a new lens into your world, a new lens into your experience. What is it that you are experiencing? And if you don't like it, then change your perception of it. Now, a lot of that is more than just perception, right? Because you have to unpack and dissolve and dismantle some of the patterns and, quite frankly, the addictions to the difficult, or the addictions to the stress that we carry. There's brain science on this now. It's so fascinating. But to simplify it down again, do you have places where you're making life more difficult than it is or than it needs to be? And if so, message me and we'll hop on a call and I will show you exactly what you can do to fall into ease, eliminate excess stress, find peace in chaos, so that you can gain clarity, so that you can really be the person you're here to be, so that you can do what is yours to do. I'm Rev Eliza, spiritual teacher, transformational catalyst, here to serve you. I've opened up some spaces in my calendar in the next week or so, and so I'd love to chat. So all you need to do is message me and I'll just shoot you a link to the calendar, and I would love to know in what places you're making life more difficult, and I would love to show you how to just stop it. Again, I'm Rev Eliza. Stay tuned. I will see you again in the next live. Bye, everyone.